Hello there! This is Oparensis. Both the Lord of the Rings trilogy and the Star Wars franchise have grown to become very successful. Both Star Wars and the Lord of the Rings have millions of fans all over the world, have some great directors working for the movies, and have some very great worlds that they created. However, the Star Wars world seems to be very different from Peter Jackson's Middle Earth. Middle Earth seems like a fantastic version of our world in the past. There are a lot of orcs, creatures, horses, battles, spears, swords, and so on, elves and everything. Goblins even. And yet the Star Wars franchise is sort of somewhere between sci-fi and fantasy. It has great characters, but it also has a much larger scale universe with thousands of planets, a lot of different atmospheres, habitats, different vehicles, and so on. So they seem completely different. However, they are much more connected than you may think. And I will explain why I think The Lord of the Rings and Star Wars are extremely connected. I believe that the ring that we see on Snoke's hand in The Last Jedi is actually the one ring to rule them all. I'll explain why I think so, and so let's begin. To start off, I need to explain when we last saw the One Ring to rule them all in The Lord of the Rings. Frodo Baggins was fighting Gollum, a creature who liked the ring, trying to throw it into the lava where it would eventually melt and destroying the will of the Dark Lord Sauron forever. It seems that he has succeeded, throwing Gollum down into the lava with the ring. However, we are meant to think that the ring got destroyed, since we later see the fall of Sauron and his basically death, with the tower with his eye falling and basically him just being destroyed because he is there like the eye on the tower. However, I think that from the Lord of the Rings universe, the ring went into the Star Wars universe. I would now like to focus your attention on Mustafar. Remember the planet where Anakin wipes out all the separatists? Well, basically, it was a very lava, hell-like planet. There, as we saw in Rogue One, Darth Vader had a castle. Now, this castle looks extremely similar to the Tower of Mordor. Mordor is also a very fiery, hell-like place. So, perhaps the Star Wars universe and the Lord of the Rings universe are connected. So when Sauron died in the Lord of the Rings, his will transferred into the universe of Star Wars. The most interesting part about this theory is it says in the Star Wars The Last Jedi Visual Dictionary that the ring came from beneath Darth Vader's castle, like deep beneath his Mustafar castle. So, what I thought of after I read it, well, the ring fell into lava, like way deep there down there. So perhaps if the Lord of the Rings universe is somehow connected to the Star Wars universe, and when it transferred, the ring was buried deep in the catacombs, lost, until Snoke came and took it for himself. That is what I believe. That Snoke found the ring there because it actually says that the ring is from beneath the Mustafar castle, and if the castle does represent Sauron's tower, then it fits perfectly that the ring would be there somewhere lost. It would also make sense if Snoke was a reincarnation of Gollum in the Star Wars universe, since Gollum was obsessed with the ring. So it would make total sense for Snoke to take it, considering the motion capture for both CG characters were done by the same actor, Andy Serkis. Another thing I wanted to point out is that the one who wears the ring, especially Sauron, if Snoke was Sauron, then that would be the case, sort of has enormous power. The ring can give them a lot of power. I think it was only of Sauron, but that doesn't matter right now. We saw a lot of great force abilities used by Snoke in The Last Jedi. He seemed very powerful, raising just one finger and making something happen, like Kylo Ren flying from the Force lightning, or Rey just approaching. And I think the reason Snoke was so powerful was because he carried the One Ring. Also, if Snoke was a reincarnation of Sauron in the Star Wars galaxy, it would make perfect sense, since Snoke has 8 elite Praetorian guards, and basically Sauron has 9 Nazgul. One of them might be Kylo Ren, and all the other the guards. So, thank you for watching. What do you think of this theory? Is it total nonsense? Crazy nonsense? Or do you think it can still be true? Tell me in the comments below. If you like this video, click the like button, share it with a friend, that would really help. Also, subscribe to my channel and don't forget to click the notification bell to stay up to date with all my new juicy content. Thank you for watching. May the Force be with you, always.